Hello and welcome. Today we're jumping right into a super helpful guide for anyone who's just starting to navigate a diabetes diagnosis. Look, this isn't about getting bogged down with complicated info. It's about giving you a clear, totally manageable roadmap. So let's get into it.
So, you've just been told you have diabetes. I know, that can feel like a lot. And you're probably asking yourself, okay, now what? Well, you have come to the exact right place.
I want you to think of this as your personal roadmap. We're going to walk through the most important steps one by one and show you that you absolutely have the power to take control and manage this journey, starting from day one. So here's our game plan. We've got 5 key stops on our map today. First, we'll get a handle on what diabetes actually is. Then, we'll talk about eating well, the power of getting your body moving, how to keep track of your progress, and finally, we'll look at the big picture, long-term health.
All right, let's kick things off with the absolute basics. Section 1, understanding diabetes. Because you can't really manage something until you know what you're dealing with, right? Okay, so check this out. It's actually pretty simple. Imagine insulin is a key, and glucose, that's the sugar from your food, is what gives your cells energy. But for that sugar to get into the cells, it needs that insulin key to unlock the door. With diabetes, there's a problem with the key.
So what that means in medical terms is that this key, insulin, either isn't being made enough or the locks on the cells just aren't working right. And when that happens, the sugar can't get in, so it just builds up in your blood instead of fueling your body.
Now, you've probably heard that there are 2 main types. In type 1, the body basically stops making the key altogether. But with type 2, which is what we're focusing on, since it accounts for about 95% of all cases, the body either doesn't make enough of the key, or it just can't use the key properly.
Let's move on to section 2, which is where you really start taking control. We're talking about eating to thrive. Honestly, this is your #1 most powerful tool for managing your blood sugar.
And the guide makes it really clear. You want to focus on adding awesome stuff like lean proteins and tons of colorful veggies. And for carbs, think whole grains instead of white bread, because they release sugar much more slowly. At the same time, you want to limit things like sugary sodas and snacks. It's really more about what you add to your plate than what you take away.
And get this, you don't even need a food scale. This is one of my favorite tricks from the handbook. You can use your own hand to measure portions. Your fist is about 1 serving of carbs. The palm of your hand is a good measure for protein, and the tip of your thumb for fats. How easy is that? You can do it anywhere.
Okay, on to section 3, movement is power. And listen, this is not about punishing yourself at the gym or training for a marathon. It's about using activity to make your body stronger and work better for you.
I mean, just look at this list of benefits. We're talking about stabilizing your blood sugar, boosting your heart health, building muscle. It even helps slow down the aging process. Every single one of these is an amazing reason to get up and move. The guide suggests mixing it up with 4 different types of movement. You've got endurance, like a brisk walk, strength training, which is great for your metabolism, balance exercises, which get more important as we get older, and flexibility, like stretching. The most important thing, find something you actually think is fun. So what's the magic number? It's probably less than you think. The recommendation is a super achievable goal, at least 30 minutes of activity a day. That could be a walk, some gardening, even just dancing around your kitchen. It all adds up. All right, section 4, tracking and treatment. This part is all about becoming a detective for your own body. It's how you check in, see what's working, and make sure you're heading in the right direction. Now, I know this little kit might look a bit intimidating at first glance, but try to think of it as your personal health dashboard. It gives you real-time info about what's going on inside your body, putting you squarely in the driver's seat. And using it is so much simpler than you'd think. It's literally 3 quick steps. You get a tiny drop of blood, put it on a test strip, and in just a few seconds, the meter gives you your number. It's that fast and that easy. So what numbers are you shooting for? Well, the general targets is somewhere between 80 and 130 before you eat, and then under 180 about 1 to 2 hours after a meal. Hitting these targets is a great sign that your plan is working. And that brings us to our final and maybe the most important section, preventative care. This is the why. Why are we doing all this? It's all about protecting your health for the long haul and heading off any potential problems down the road. For example, taking care of your feet is huge. High blood sugar can affect the nerves and blood flow, especially in your feet. So doing a quick daily check is a really simple habit that can prevent some serious issues later on.
Your eyes are another big one. Keeping your blood sugar in that target range is directly linked to protecting your vision. It helps keep all those tiny, delicate blood vessels in your eyes healthy for years to come.
And finally, your kidneys. They're like your body's super advanced filtration system. Managing your blood sugar is one of the absolute best things you can do to keep that system running strong.
So, there you have it. We've walked through the whole roadmap, understanding your body, fueling it with good food, moving it, tracking your progress, and protecting your future. Remember, this is not about being perfect overnight. It's just about taking that first single step. So the only question left is, what will yours be?